Do you want to boost sales without hiring more people? If that's the case, this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to explain how to boost your sales, how to get the data to do this, and show some examples. And I'll even give a free diagram slash flowchart of how you can build something that can boost your sales without hiring more people. You just empower them, right? And how do you empower them? With the power of AI, right? Very straightforward. So, matter of fact, let's focus on this, right? So, the biggest issue that a lot of companies have is that they will get some sort of ad, right? They'll build an ad, and then this one ad, they'll shoot it out to millions of people. The same ad to millions of people. The issue that's happening is that these ads aren't personalized. Your sales will increase if you personalize each ad that's sent to each person, or you personalize the ads for a particular group of people. Now, some companies already do this, but still they're not personalized enough, because in the group of people that share interests and things of that nature, there's subgroups, right? And when you target these subgroups is really when you get their attention, right? So, and if you're not an established business, you probably didn't even think about making personalized ads for subgroups or groups of clientele you might have, right? So let's say you're a shoe business like exporting goods. There's a lot of groups that you sell to. There's young kids, there's older adults, there's athletic males, there's non-athletic males, and then the groups can split on like that. And when I say a group, that was an example of a group: athletic males, non-athletic males, right? Tennis players, basketball players that are 8 to 5 years old, 5 to 8 years old, basketball players that are 12 to 18 years old. See, these are all groups, subgroups, right? Or if you're a bakery, right? As a bakery, you might sell something like, you might have treats for dogs and treats for humans, right? You have two different subgroups, which is technically people with dogs, people without dogs, right? This is just to give you an idea. Cool. So how do you go about creating personalized content with AI? So there's a little funnel that you can create. So there's two ways to do this. Well, there's a lot of ways to do this, but these are two of the many ways to do this, okay? So there is pretty much, you write your base copy, right? You write the basic text that goes into an ad. Next, you have, your data scientist or AI do it for you, or you can do this manually to find the different clusters. A cluster is a group of people, right? Like, basketball players that are 5 to 12 years old might have different interests than basketball players that are 15 to 18 years old, right? Or even 25, right? You might have completely different interests. And you can find these clusters that exist in your base, right? Or let's say you're selling more of like food. You can find people that are like health conscious, people that are not health conscious, right? Or people that are vegan, people that care about having a lot of protein, people that don't care about having protein, people that have a sweet tooth, people that just like fries, right? Anything with fries, they'll eat everything with the fry. You can find these kind of subgroups when you look at your data of clientele. So let's say you have some data, some customers, prospects, people you think you want to sell to, and it looks something like this, right? If you don't have this, you definitely should build up to this. We have data like this, right? And this data is not even like, this is just an example, right? And the idea is that you want to find clusters of people, different groups within that, right, that exist. Then from there, you can create multiple variations of ads for each of those groups, and you send those variants to those people, right, to those groups, right? So add A and B. Let's say you make add A and B. Add A goes to the people of cluster one, which is basketball players from the age of 5 to 12, and then the other ad goes to everyone else, right? However you want to set that up. Now, another way, which is what I prefer, but not, depends on the company, is write the base copy, have AI modify each of the content itself before it goes out based on the user's data. So let's say here I have some user data. That means when I write my base copy, then the AI model will come in, take that base copy, and modify it based on that user's information. So let's say this row right here, right? Let's say this row right here is user data. So it will grab this row, base copy, combine it, mix it together, and spit out a variation that would entice this person probably more than just a regular email sent to that entire group, right? Gets their base interest. Even here is not enough information. It's just says age, gender, state, zip code, if they're a member or not, preferred category, like they know they prefer footwear. But, you can enrich your data like this, where you have like last purchase, right? Last purchase, or maybe last 20 purchases, right? That'd be a great, sorry, that'd be a great data set to have right there, or a great column to have of their last 20 purchases for that one particular person, right? And then from there, you can even, and in there, you can see favorite color palettes. Favorite color palettes. Because, if you're selling shoes, as if you're Dick's Sporting Goods or, a bakery, you can figure out favorite color palettes, favorite flavors they tend to like, things like that. And you can get really nitty gritty with this data. You can even figure out, like, do they have kids? Or you can say have children? Because that might affect their spending habits or what products they might be interested in and things of that nature, right? It is if they have children, because if you advertise to an adult with children, they'll bring the kids to buy the stuff. The kids themselves can't get up and buy the thing that they want, right? So you get the idea. The richer the data, the better it's going to be for doing something like this or in general. And there are companies that actually have entire data sets, 700 million people, maybe 70K people. But there are marketing companies that have giant data sets of clientele or just people in general, and they just have all these data on you. Like one of my last jobs, they had data if you liked cheese or not, they knew. If you liked gambling, they knew. If you liked the color, well, not the color blue, but if they knew if you're married, they knew like if you went to high school or not, things like that. And that kind of data is very, very important when you're doing personalization, and it's very powerful, very useful. It helps you identify a person and know them really well without ever meeting them, right? So try to find those kind of companies that have giant databases of people in general, right? So, and you would ask me, how would I get this data if I don't already have it? So one, you can go to a marketing company to get that data, or another way is to get the data yourself from your own clientele, so you can save money. Ways to do this is going to things like SurveyMonkey. So you can create surveys and send these out to your clients. And the way you get, or people that you do business with in general, or people that you might want to do business with, prospects, right? You send these surveys out, but with an incentive, with a discount, or you're giving away something for free, or just give them an incentive to make them actually do the survey. Like, what are they getting out of it? And the survey can be stuff like just random things that, not random, but things that pertain to enriching your data set for your particular business, right? Like have them pick their favorite color palette, or have them say, hey, do you have any kids and what are your kids like? Like things of that nature. And then you give them a coupon, you give them a discount, you give them something free, right? There's even giveaways. You can have a giveaway on the social media platform for that business, or if you don't have one, just have a giveaway in the emails. It's like, hey, we're giving away free whatever, or a free session, or yada yada yada, and just fill out this survey, and we'll give you a free session and all that kind of stuff, right? And yeah, and I know you might lose money at first, but that data is so much more valuable because you're understanding your clientele a lot deeper. You can find people like them a lot faster and a lot more efficiently, right? If you know them on a deeper level, right? And even when you have customer calls, customer meetings, you should ask them just regular questions like, oh, like, where are you from? Or like, oh, how do you like my, like, I like your shirt. Like, do you like that kind of color? Like, things like that. And just write that kind of stuff down, because now you know what they're into, what they watch sports or not. You know what their favorite type of food is, what their favorite restaurant is, if they like to drink or not. These things can help the client feel closer to you, right? And also you can understand them and find more people similar to them. And if you meet someone similar to them, you can conversate with them, right? Associate with them better, right? So this is very, very powerful. Another cool idea is Roblox, or making your own small mini game. LinkedIn now has a bunch of mini game stuff that's going on, right? LinkedIn just sending me notifications for mini games that they have on the site, which is really cool. But if you make your own little small mini game, it's like 2D, really quick and easy game that involves jumping or maybe answering a quick puzzle or something like that, or you can hire someone to make a Roblox game or make it yourself. Roblox is pretty much a game making platform. So you can make your own Roblox game or Minecraft game that's associated with your company, and have kind of ways to grab information from your clientele, like here, right? Especially if you have a younger audience, or audience that's gamer based or heavy male based. This might work really, really well for you. And the thing is, Nike has already done this. Nike has made Roblox games, same as McDonald's has made Roblox games, where McDonald's and Nike, when they made the Roblox games, there was in-person actions that affected them in the real world, that let them buy certain particular things or get them special discounts, right? But when they're playing the game, they're collecting data on their users within the game itself, right? So this is another funnel that you can create. Or if you own a physical store, there's ways in a physical store to collect information about people, right? When you're doing, if there's usually it's easier when they're a member, so you have their email already, so you can attach the information to that email. But your goal of all of this is to attach all this information to someone's email, right? All this information you get about someone, you have to attach it to their email and their name somehow, or maybe their phone number. So this way, when you collect the information, you know it's the same person versus you collect all this information that's not connected to one particular person, right? So that's the biggest goal. Connect all these things to one person or one profile, depending on how you want to say it, okay? And yeah, so now let me give you an example of doing this, right? Like just an example of in the pipeline, right? So if you have engineers, you have programmers, or you want to hire someone, you can have them build this, or you can build this yourself using AI. But I'm gonna show you this part right here, the write the base copy, and I'm gonna show you this part where the AI modifies. I'm gonna show you these two steps is here as well, right? Pretty much where the AI gets the base copy and modifies it based on the person's interest, right? So write base copy. It's gonna be ad. Cool. So I'm gonna show you some examples of ads that went to my spam. Right, so we have Steezy. Steezy is a dance company, essentially. Oh, so it's an app that pretty much has dance classes on there, right? And yeah, that's pretty much what they do. They have dance classes, and this is the thing that they sent me, right? Went straight to my spam. And am I signing up? No, nothing here entices me at all. I'm gonna make it bigger for you guys. Sorry, so you guys can see it. Yeah, this is what they sent me, and this does not entice me at all to go back on and reactivate 50% off. Like that's not motivating to me. But if they knew, and I did used to use this. Now, if they knew who I took classes from, right? Let's say there was a table and they added like there's a column for like last 20 classes and the people from the classes, because it's based on a teacher, right? So you'll go to a teacher and that teacher will teach you whatever it wants to teach you, right? So if they know the last 20 people I took class from on here, if they're like, hey guys, oh, Brian Puspos is dropping a new piece today, check it out, and then from there they can funnel me back in. That'd be way more effective than just sending me this 50% off, right? Or if they knew my background in dance, they can test me in different ways, right? Another example is Extreme, I believe it's a bounce house. Extreme bounce house. Extreme bounce house? Whoa. Extreme, hold on, what's it called? It's called Extreme Action Park. Extreme Action Park. Let's see what we got. Extreme Action Park. Yeah, this is like a, what do you call these things? They're like it's like a jump house play. Yeah, see trampoline, mini golf, omni area, arcade, laser tag, yeah, stuff like this, right? I am not really enticed to go because of this, right? Especially it being so far away. Like this is just not effective to get someone in like me, but they don't know my age and they don't know what I'm into, right? They don't know what I played at the park. Imagine you had data on what games I played. I have gone here. I did the arcade games, the virtual reality games, and I did laser tag, and I did they have go-karts here somewhere, go-karts. Yeah, they have go-karts. But if they knew what 3 things I did there, instead of sending me something random and broad, they'd be like, hey, we're having a super big discount on like the races and the virtual reality stuff. I would definitely go. 100%. I'd be like, guys, we're going. Like, simple. Because they know what I actually like and care about. Hence, the idea of personalizing. This is crunch. Useless to me. This is not going to get me to go into the gym and click to join all this stuff. But imagine, I don't know how they would get me though. But they'll have to know my workout routine and stuff like that. So gyms have to have creative ways of figuring out how to get their people, how to get data out of the people, like what workouts they like to do, what equipment they like to use. That'll be really, really effective to boost their sales and personalize these ads, right? So I'm actually gonna grab this. And I'm gonna show you how to turn this how to turn this text. So I'm gonna grab it, put it in ChatGPT. So now this pipeline I made, you can automate this. You can even automate the base copy being made, right? This can be can be AI modified. AI generated. This can be AI generated. This is an AI step. This is an AI step. You can create a whole pipeline. You can do this manually yourself, where you just go to an AI app and do the thing and get the thing from the AI app and use it, or create a pipeline. But depends on how your business is set up. And of course, I can always come in and show you how to do that, but I'm gonna just focus on this right now. So, right, this is my base ad. This is my base copy. Can you change this? This is called prompt engineering. Can you change this to be personalized for someone right? So I could just copy and paste this whole row that has my information, but this data is not doesn't involve Steezy, like the Steezy company data, right? Because technically you can just copy. I'll go here and copy. I'm just using Excel. You can technically paste that right here. Control V. Yeah, and it's at the bottom of the screen. As you can see right there, that data, right? So it's already, you just copy and paste it, right? Or you can do a screenshot as well. So if I were to go to there, I can technically do a screenshot, but screenshots aren't as affected. And you also can even upload, if you didn't realize, you can upload the file there as well, okay? So yeah, you can upload the file there directly into ChatGPT. And also Claude AI has another tool, but I'm gonna show you using both. But I'm gonna type it out manually for now so you can get the idea and visualize it yourself. So can you change this to be personalized for someone who took Brian Post class most recently, who is a big GRV fan. That's just like a dance crew. Let's see. Who watched IDL? Steezy sponsored a sporting event called IDL. Like they should know if I watched that. Because there's certain teams and certain people that are on there. Who danced for about, I'll just make up a number, 7 years. Who likes hip hop style? I'll even put ballet. Hip hop style and ballet. Hip hop style and ballet, right? They don't even know what style I prefer either, right? Maybe I want to do some ballet today. You never know. I'll even add in my am strong. Who works out regularly, right? Because that can affect the kind of classes you take. Because some dance moves require some strength, like breakdancing and things of that nature, right? So just giving, see, I'm going in detail. I'm getting granular on this kind of stuff, right? So, okay, so I'm gonna have it do that now. Obviously, if you knew, even more things would be better, but we'll just focus on these things for now, just to see what it does. As a matter of fact, I'll copy and paste this into Claude to produce something as well. So that way you can actually see, you got multiple options, right? You might not trust what it says. You might want to, double check what it's producing. And then once you trust it, then you can let it do it on its own and you can automate it, right? But I always recommend people to use as many AI tools as they can and compare and contrast. Like if I didn't use these two, I would check out Gemini, which is a really good option as well. So let's see what it generated. So it rewrote it. It said, we saw you recently booked Brian Post's class. Solid choice. We know you're also a big fan of GRV watching. That's funny. I mean, to be honest, this would actually catch my attention because I'd be like, how do I'd gasp like, wow, they've really monitored my association with them and when I use their products, right? That would definitely catch my attention. I'd read more just to see what else they know about me, right? So as see, this himself is a very effective hook for a marketing email, right? So you've got that rare hip hop mix in your, what are they? Okay, like progressing your training. If you're ready to jump back in, have you? Okay, well, definitely this is better. It wouldn't convince me to buy, that's for sure. I wonder, what can it change? So, and this is where you kind of tinker and play with it, and this is how you figure out your process for your company, right? And now I'm customizing this for Steezy, right, for free, essentially, at this point. If they saw this video, they'd be very grateful, but, yeah, but you get the idea. So I could sit here and go back and forth with it to make it better, and, you add more prompts, so I might add on, like, make this more convincing to land a sale. This is a marketing email sent just to this person, right? And this is me giving it more context. So now me giving it more context, it'll modify it once again, and that might give me a better answer. Okay, I think the main part of the change was this part. Talent discipline only takes you so far without the right training path. That's where Steezy comes in. Okay, cool. Let's see what Claude created. Not to give me compliments. See, people love that kind of stuff. It gives him a compliment. That versatility, that's rare. And it's specifically talking about my interest in hip hop and ballet, right? It wouldn't know that unless they had my data. And if they knew that, that would actually impress me. That they notice something about me and they compliment something about me that I actually do have. And that is rare. Yeah, you're right. Don't know ballet? Don't worry about that. Uh, but yeah, see, this is already more compelling. It's getting me more involved. Like I would even screenshot this. Like knowing me, if I just saw this for real in real life, I screenshot this and share it to my friends. Like guys, look what Steezy sent me. Right? Like you wouldn't believe what they just sent me, guys. And that's how you get a free marketing now to someone else. Right? You see how this can get really viral, and how it's really effective sales boosting method, right? Now, this is not the only method out there. This is just one of the many methods that I know about how to boost sales. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. I really highly recommend you check these tools out, try them out. SurveyMonkey, definitely use SurveyMonkey. Try Roblox out, or you can make mini games through a different platform if you like as well. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I really appreciate you guys so much. Check out the links below if you want to learn more, get more involved with me. But yeah, guys, peace.